On this episode of the True Crime Squad, we dig into 3 chilling stories, each one revealing how trust, power, and secrecy can hide darkness in plain sight. First, we leap into a story of creative criminality behind bars. A prison in South Carolina rocked when guards discovered a drone delivering steak, crab legs, and drugs to inmates at Lee Correctional Institution. Authorities say the drone was part of a planned feast. Some kind of a bizarre holiday-style plot gone wrong. Then, a military gynecologist sworn to care for women, Blaine McGraw, is now accused of secretly recording intimate exams and betraying his patients' trust. Lawsuits claim hundreds may have been violated under the guise of medical care. And lastly, we return yet again to one of the most notorious sex trafficking scandals in recent history. Ghislaine Maxwell, longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein, whose grand jury records are now being unsealed under pressure, raises fresh questions about power, complicity, justice for survivors, and who all was involved. 3 cases, different crimes, one common thread: the abuse of power in spaces built on trust, from hospitals to prisons to elite social circles. Today we shine a light on all that was hidden.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello. Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
It is going great. I have been working on the theme song for season 7.
Yeah.
If you can imagine. It is almost time.
Our branding is really coming together, too. I like it.
And we're doing like a big rebrand of our logos and everything. You guys saw some of those yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought maybe you'd like to hear what we think is probably going to be the new song.
Yeah.
We thought we'd ease you into it. We kind of shocked you last year. Not everybody was okay with that. So let's try this.
In a world full of secrets and sneaky surprise, 2 sleuths popping with that we know your lies eyes. Shadows panic when their clues ignite. They solve a messy plot like it's Tuesday night. They chase out cases with a hop and a grin, reading crooks like menus. Ah yes, guilt again. When trouble tap dances and the facts play coy, they wrangle the truth like a well-trained decoy. So grab your hat, tag along, game on. And for the extra laughs before the dawn, join the super squad, chaos clues, and carry on.
I like it.
That's it.
I like it a lot.
I do too.
I like the
But then
punchy,
again,
upbeat.
I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it fits our sort of 90s or 40s noir theme.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think? Did you like it?
It's going to have everybody
Yeah, the
toe-tapping.
beat's nice, huh? It's very kind of big band-ish. Yeah.
It reminds me of our theme song, I think 2 seasons ago.
It's
that
what
people
I was
really
sort of
liked.
going for.
But it makes
because
me
I
laugh
love that
because
music so
one
much.
specific lady complained, and she liked us. She'd always say, "I like you guys, I love your show, but this music is so disrespectful." Always disrespectful. I guess just because we were, bringing stories of woe, and then we had this really upbeat music, but we got called out dozens of times by her for being disrespectful with our music.
It's confusing to me. What are we supposed to be playing? Like a funeral dirge? I don't get it.
Yeah. I guess.
Ah.
Okay, you're making everybody dance, so that's probably good. We could all use it. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good. I'm so glad. I'm really happy with it. So
Yeah.
expect that coming as our new intro and all our new
Keep
stuff. It's
working
fun.
towards more branding. Yeah. And also, one of you said last night that you wanted the new sticker that kind of looks like the National Park style retro sticker in t-shirt. So I went ahead and did that today. So you can get that as a t-shirt now over in our merch store at truecrimesquad.com. You can get it as a sticker, you can get it as a t-shirt, and you can get it as a hat and a crew neck. So
yeah,
that's available.
Very cool. And do our t-shirts, can they be V-neck now?
Some of them are. They're not all converted to V-neck yet, but we'll get there. Yeah.
I know that was something you guys have been asking for, so we've been trying to get that worked out. The editing of merch is
it's a bit tedious.
It's a hell of a job. Yeah.
I'd rather study cases. But it's okay.
Right?
Because then when it's done, it's done. Yeah.
We need an assistant is the bot. We really actually do.
We do.
Can we afford an assistant? No. Not really. But we need one.
We can barely afford ourselves.
Right. Was it you, Cherish? Oh, good. Well, now you can get it.
Oh, good. No, she was frozen. She thought we were frozen, but we were not. Yeah.
No, we are not frozen.
Yeah.
Question.
But tech,
There is a 3D printer running in my office right now. Can you hear it?
I can't, but you know how deaf I am. So I
know. You guys let me know because I can pause it if it's bothering you. We're getting our guest room, which was my printer room, all cleared out and ready to be the baby's room, which means my printers had to move into this office. Turns out I have a lot of offices in this house, probably too many. So I've had to condense.
You can't have all of the offices.
Oh, good. Nobody can hear it. It is not very loud at all. No. And so I didn't expect that you could, but I wanted to make sure because if it is, then I can just pause the print for now. But
sure. Okay. Well, good news.
Yeah.
Well, we have all kinds of ground to cover. Now, I did promise that if you guys wanted to see the bloopers of our logo making adventure, and I promise you do, some of you responded, yes, please. So I'll show you those. I'll put together a slideshow for case updates tomorrow night.
Okay. You're gonna think it's hilarious. You'll mostly think it's hilarious because it's not you that AI is fucking up.
Yeah.
When it's yourself, you're like, oh my God, what?
Why do I look like that?
Yeah, well, I look really pissed off in a lot of the pictures.
You do.
And I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I usually look really pissed off.
The AI also came up with its own tagline that was really funny.
Solving
cases eventually.
Yeah.
Well,
it's really funny.
Oh. But
yes, Cheryl, like our 2023, 2024 intro, that music. Yeah, I was kind of going for something similar to that because we loved that music. Yeah. And most people did as well. So
most people did. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good. I don't look pissed off. I didn't think I did, but
no. Wait till you see some of these stickers that AI made. It's probably just when she's thinking about, like your neighborhood sex offender or something. I mean,
yeah, there are moments when I climb up on my soapbox. I'm definitely pissed off. Yeah.
All righty. Well, let's dig into it because we do have a lot. And you're going to kick us off with some dumb criminals.
Oh, man. Yes, I am. Friends, some inmates at at a prison. Well, they got pretty creative, thinking that what they would really like is a really nice Christmas dinner. This is in South Carolina. This is the Lee Correctional Institution. And, well, they received a special delivery by drone into the prison yard. And in this special delivery was steak, crab legs, Old Bay, marijuana, and tobacco. Like, this was a big old Christmas present for someone that a drone just dropped off in the prison yard. I have a lot of questions about this.
Prison DoorDash?
Right, prison DoorDash. And the drone thing has been happening for a while.
Yes.
What I read is it started clear back in about 2010.
Yeah, we've reported
just
on it
a few
before.
things of note. It is a did you say what?
I said we've reported on it before.
Yeah, this has happened before. But this particular delivery, first of all, the guards found it immediately, confiscated. They didn't get their Christmas present. Flying a drone over a prison just without dropping anything is a misdemeanor. But drug trafficking into a prison is a felony. Now, they got the drone. And the thing with those drones is they have GPS in them so they can return to their home base. So whoever sent that drone is in some deep shit. But these are some questions for me. If you were sending food to a prisoner, would uncooked meat and seafood be top of your list?
No.
What the hell were they going to do with this stuff? Like, and they send Old Bay like they're going to be doing a crab boil. Where?
But also,
how are they going to refrigerate this stuff?
Right. I mean, the meat could maybe be okay for a little bit, but those
not
crab
very
legs?
long. Those crab legs were probably Dunsville before they even got over the wall.
I mean, that looks like a really bad way to get a food poisoning. That looks horrifying.
Yeah, soup. Yeah, oh yeah, it's raw. It's raw meat. It's a huge raw steak and raw crab legs and Old Bay. I mean, what the hell? Did they have a plan to bust into the kitchen in the middle of the night to cook this stuff up? And they thought the guards would definitely not notice the sounds and smells of cooking meat and crab legs. I mean, whoever
cook meat and
sent
crab
this
legs
care
in your
package,
toilet tank, or
right? Like, this is I think whoever sent this care package is about as wise as whoever it was going to inside the prison.
That's probably true.
Like,
yeah.
Why wouldn't you send small prepackaged things that could easily be hidden and that wouldn't go bad? Like, what in the hell is somebody going to do with this raw meat?
Or another thought. Don't do this at all. I don't know.
Just don't, because you're about to be charged with drug trafficking for sending marijuana in.
Yep.
And just sending, paraphernalia in too, and contraband and stuff, because they sent tobacco and marijuana plus the Old Bay, the steak, and the crab legs. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the
true.
way.
Sarah Boom was saving her cheese slices.
She was saving her cheese slices. And, well, I mean, if they were American cheese slices, they'd probably be good for a year or two. So
that's true.
But this stuff, right? No baked potato or corn on the cob. Where's the...
No sausage?
I don't know. It just appears as though someone didn't really think through what they were going to do with this stuff. It just kills me. So anyway, that happened in the Lee Correctional Facility. And, well, the Grinch stole Christmas because the guards got it and they didn't get their special package. There's a hashtag going around about it, and it's hashtag contraband Christmas.
Oh, I was going to say, damn it. Hot Pockets again.
Right? Yep. Hot Pockets again. But that is a hilarious story.
That is wild.
And with that, Katie, I know you've got our main case. That is crimes against women.
Man, there is a doozy coming out of the Army right now.
Oof.
And it's this douchebag right here, Blaine McGraw. So Blaine McGraw was a military gynecologist. And there have now been a bunch of allegations against Blaine, claiming that he was doing inappropriate things, abusive things. I mean, one of which, women claiming that he was touching them inappropriately, making really inappropriate comments. Can you imagine your gynecologist saying inappropriate things about your body, like during an exam?
That would be a very, very easy way to get kicked in the face, is what I think.
Yeah. Kicking out nurses, kicking out spouses during exams.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not sus at all.
Yeah. So this started in Hawaii and then bled into Texas. So he started as an OBGYN, or was in residency for an OBGYN at Tripler Army Medical Center in Honolulu. And that was back in June of 2019.
Okay.
And then he worked there until sometime in 2023, and he was transferred to Carl R. Darnall Army Medical Center at Fort Hood.
Okay.
Which is now known as Fort Cavazos. Anyway, I didn't know that, but we've heard things about Fort Hood way too many times, to be honest.
Yes.
But believe it or not, they're the ones to finally crack this open, because it's coming out now that there have been allegations against this guy everywhere. And patients had complained in Honolulu about him and said they were just laughed right out the door. Nobody wanted to take him seriously.
Oh, God damn it. How often does that? Oh.
And mostly we're dealing with female soldiers, of course, and also wives and children of service members.
Oh my God.
So we have women coming forward, to hospital staff or to supervisors saying, hey, this happened to me, and them going, well, he's a gynecologist, he's supposed to touch you there, kinds of comments. Like, that's pretty sure that's his job, kinds of
appropriate and a not appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And every single female person knows what that is. We all know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's this big lawsuit that has come forward, actually 2 lawsuits now, class action lawsuits against him by victims. And it looks like that number is totaling now around 70. It was just announced yesterday that 10 women from Hawaii have joined one of the suits.
Wow.
But beyond that, the military has finally stepped in and taken action against him as well. And what we're learning is that what the military has found on his devices is thousands and thousands of pictures and videos of patients during exams.
Oh, you bastard.
It sounds like one of his MOs was that he would pretend to take a call and then just put his phone right in his pocket with the camera facing out. Just recording all the while that he was examining women.
What a sicko.
Mm-hmm. Major sicko. So we know now,
somebody
of course,
in the chat says he looks like Gary Ridgway.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He does.
Yeah. So the most recent allegation came from October 14th. And this was the civil complaint that was filed under a pseudonym, Jane Doe. This is a wife of a service member. Claims that on October 14th, McGraw pretended to take a phone call, then placed his phone in his coat, camera outward, and secretly recorded a breast and pelvic exam. She was unaware until she was actually called in for an interview with supervisors at the hospital to show her these videos and pictures that they had obtained and say, "Is this you?"
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how horrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pruning shears, man.
Yep. So
That's all
on
we need.
October 17th, he was suspended from clinical duties at Fort Hood. And this is the day the first formal misconduct complaint was received. So basically, they let her know, hey, yeah, we saw these things. And she and her husband filed a formal complaint, and now he has been put on leave. Well, now he's actually being held. So
good.
So the criminal investigation opened up within hours, we know. We know that by mid-November, a lawsuit was filed in Bell County Court, District Court in Texas, against McGraw and the United States Army on behalf of Jane Doe. And of course, she alleges secret filming, inappropriate touching, unnecessary private exams, and institutional failure by the Army to act on earlier complaints.
Wow.
Because they've known for years. And he has continued to abuse women for years and years and years.
Because of course, why? Who cares, right?
Yeah.
Who gives a flying fuck about women and children?
Yep. But now we know that 45 additional women beyond the initial complainant, and now actually that article's a little late. Now we're hearing about 70 women have come forward and alleged similar misconduct. And some of them are saying it happened at Tripler, and some are saying that it happened at Fort Hood. So it happened everywhere.
Wow.
So now the Army has sent notifications to former patients who saw McGraw at Tripler and Fort Hood. How many patients did he have between these two facilities? Only about 3,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I found a copy of the letter. A patient posted it on social media, so I wanted to read it to you. We are writing to inform you of an investigation involving a healthcare provider who has previously provided gynecological and obstetric care at Carl R. Darnell Army Medical Center. While your name appears on the list of patients seen by this provider, there are currently no indications that you were affected by the alleged misconduct currently under review. The Defense Health Agency takes all concerns regarding privacy, safety, dignity, and trust of our patients very seriously. No, you don't. We are committed to transparency, and we want to make sure that you are aware of this situation. While we are unable to discuss the specifics, the investigation was initiated on October 17th, following a report to the Army Criminal Investigation Division. The provider in question has been removed from all patient care duties pending the outcome of the investigation. If you have questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact Ms. Christine Mingo, Chief Patient Experience, or email her at blah blah blah. We recognize this situation may cause you distress, and we sincerely regret any anxiety or uncertainty this may create. We value your trust in the organization and are dedicated to maintaining the highest standards of medical care to ensure your patient rights have not been violated. And then there is a QR code for a criminal investigation screening questionnaire. Why does that read like a pat on the head? Why does that read like, nothing really is wrong with you, little lady, but we're letting you know?
Right. Please don't sue us. We think you're fine.
Yeah.
But a couple people maybe got abused. Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude, has he like kept those photos and videos to himself, or has he been disseminating those?
That's a damn good question, and something that we don't know the answer to yet. Yeah.
Because in this day and age, can't imagine he'd just keep them to himself.
Right. Yep. So, in addition to the criminal investigation, now base officials have announced that internal reviews have started. This was in mid-November, scrutinizing hospital policies, clinical processes, and whether medical protocols were properly followed, including presence of chaperones during sensitive exams, which we know that they were not. He refused chaperones. Lots of women were reporting that they asked for a chaperone and he said no. Kicking husbands out of the room. Now, listen, I know people don't know what to do. And when you have somebody who's in a supposed place of power, you may just do what they're told because you don't know, why, what else to do. But you always have the right to have a chaperone in the room. Always.
Yeah. And if you've got a gyno that's refusing a chaperone, get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You also can refuse the exam.
You can. You can leave. You can refuse. You do not have to do that.
The fact that he got away with doing that for so long, I mean, that tells you what
was
a
going on
fucking
with the
mess
nurses?
this place was. Right. Like most places, that is a requirement with male gynecologists, that there has to be a nurse in the room. There always have to be 2 people in the room. So why isn't that like an internal policy that cannot be overridden?
Right. Even my female gynecologist has a witness in the room. That should just always be the case. It should always be the case.
And patients are supposed to always be allowed to have someone with them if they want.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Yikes.
Yeah. So it's just all bad and disgusting. So he was put in pretrial confinement at, the Bell County Jail because he had been given conditions of liberty imposed by his commander that was basically house arrest. Here's the things you can't do. And he, as fast as he could, violated it 7 times.
Why wouldn't he? He has gotten away with this for so long. There's no way he's taking this seriously.
Yeah. And one of the things that he did was he went to his ex-wife's house, who has a restraining order against him on behalf of their child, their daughter.
Right. Oh
and he showed up there anyway, even though he was supposed to be on home confinement and had a restraining order. This dude's out of control. He's going to do whatever he wants until he's physically stopped.
Right. Well, I mean, he's gotten away with it for so long.
So now he is in jail, the Bell County Jail in Texas.
Good.
And the confinement will be reviewed by a military magistrate at a later date. So that's what we know now. He has still not been formally charged, though it sounds like formal charges will be coming very soon.
They better be.
But again, we know that civil litigation just continues to grow here. More women are just coming out of the woodwork going, oh yeah, me too. Me too. So you have to then ask yourself, why don't people speak up? Well, this is why. But why in the military don't people speak up? Well, they're afraid of getting in trouble or getting their spouse in trouble.
Right.
And unfortunately, we have plenty of people in the military who have been unable to speak up or about things that have happened to them because they were afraid of retaliation. Somebody close to me was raped by her supervisor in the Air Force, and when she tried to report it, they let her know that she would be putting her own status in serious jeopardy if she did so. This was only about 8 years ago. It's still happening. All the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the culture.
Yeah. Now, are there good experiences? Sure. Are there opportunities where, people are able to report abuse in the military and not receive retaliation? I hope so. But, gosh, I've heard a lot of stories of the opposite. So I'm not saying it happens all the time and it's the only way, but I am saying it is happening, and that's not okay.
Not
So
okay
now we
at all.
wait to see what charges he gets and what's going to happen. So some of the victims did hold a press conference outside of the gates of Fort Hood, talking a lot about the misconduct and also the way the military has chosen to handle it, or chosen to not handle it up until now.
Yeah.
The Cobos law firm was a part of that. They are one of the law firms that are representing the victims. So here's a few things that the investigators are saying were found. They're saying they recovered thousands of photographs and videos from his phone and other digital devices. According to the complaint filed in court, at least one patient, this is the Jane Doe, was shown still images from video footage that unmistakably depicted her body during a breast and pelvic exam. And we know that this, of course, ranges all the way back to his time in Hawaii. Here's a few things that the women are saying. Talking about, again, pretending to take a phone call and then turning his camera outward in his pocket. Because that happened recently, and then she was shown those photos and video and remembered how weird it was that he did that with his phone.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of women saying that their exams included invasive breast and vaginal exams that had nothing to do with their medical concerns.
Mm.
One patient saying she went in for pelvic pain or uterine issues, and the touching and examinations felt humiliating, unnecessary, and profoundly violating.
Mm.
One victim said, "He took a piece of me, but he didn't take all of me," talking about the psychological trauma that she has experienced since her experience with him.
God.
Yep. It's a lot of the same stuff we've heard before when there's allegations like this against a gynecologist.
Mm-hmm.
One lady went in, thought she was just going to be discussing her test results, and he insisted that she take her pants off in front of him so that he could examine her. What
Why?
doctor ever has you disrobe in front of them?
None.
They really usually don't. They leave the room, they tell you to cover up with, whatever blanket or whatever they're giving you,
Stupid piece of paper,
or whatever. Yep. And then they come back, right? Nay. He was making women strip down in front of him. Women also that were saying that they were in for like a pap smear or something like that, that then they were made to disrobe on top so that he could do very aggressive and painful breast examinations. And just lots of things like that didn't seem right, didn't feel right. Now, again, if you've never been to the gynecologist before, some of the things that happen you might think were awful, but you might not understand that they were not correct.
Right.
I think that's a part of the concern.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it
and if you're in there alone with him, it's just your word against his because he's set it up that way.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking about but there's actually film of what he's done.
Yeah.
So he's actually filmed himself committing these crimes.
Right. No kidding.
Jesus.
So, I mean, they wouldn't be hard pressed to find some, professional witnesses to be able to look through some of this stuff and point out what was done that was untoward, besides taking the footage
besides the filming.
Place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no evidence that he abused his daughter at this point. It's just because of these allegations that his ex-wife and her husband don't want him anywhere near their kid for now.
Yeah. I wouldn't either.
Me neither. I'd be real concerned about that child.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. So some other things, it sounds like he was pretty sloppy in his record keeping of medication. of prescribing medication as well as of seeing patients after hours and things like that in ways that there's concern that they don't actually know all of the women that he saw because there may not be correct and factual records to back up everyone that he saw.
That's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, all of this is so sketchy. And at no point the manager of that practice wasn't like, look, dude, you're doing some weird shit.
Right? Yeah.
That's what's disgusting is how many people enabled this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And his attorneys are like, oh, well, I mean, somebody's leaking all of this information to the press that is just wildly misleading. So all's well over here. Sure, Jan. We've heard this shit before.
Sure have, yeah.
But you go to any article about him on social media and watch people defending him. These are just a bunch of women that are trying to get money. Everyone's just looking for a payday. This is bullshit. If that happened to me, I'd march out of there and never come back. Well, maybe a lot of women did. It doesn't mean they didn't get abused. But
Right.
there are women that saw him many times. And of course, the blaming of the victims is so rich to me. When you haven't been in this situation,
Right.
you don't know how you would respond. You don't know how you would react. And you don't understand that people may believe that this was normal for a certain period of time until they didn't. So,
Right, exactly. And also, if he was just filming you and you didn't know.
yeah.
But it's very true that women, sometimes young women especially, are very naive
Yeah.
about what's appropriate in these kinds of exams and
Mm-hmm.
may not know that what was happening was not okay.
Yeah. So, and lastly, I just wanted to share there has now been a letter written by Ed Case, and who's a member of Congress, and Jill Takuda, and Brian Schalz, he's a U.S. Senator, and Mazie Hirono, she's also a senator. These are all representatives from, or Congress people from Hawaii, asking, and they wrote a letter to Congress asking for an investigation into how and why this happened and how it spread out over this amount of time. They have some pretty interesting questions. Will the department commit to a thorough investigation of all patient complaints regarding Major Blaine D. McGraw? What external and internal trauma-informed resources and support services will the department and Army provide to former patients and their families during and after the investigation? How will Army CID's investigation uphold federal privacy protections of Major McGraw's former patients while also ensuring alleged victims can provide valuable testimony and evidence to investigators? Has the Department and Army notified the Hawaii Medical Board of the suspension and active criminal investigation of Major McGraw? Has the department notified civilian medical institutions where Major McGraw practiced during his postings at Tripler Army Medical Center and Fort Hood of its CID investigation and extended resources and support services to their potentially impacted patients? Will the department commit to identifying and assessing any systemic failures that allowed Major McGraw to engage in this alleged behavior for as long as alleged? Will the DoD also commit to providing information on how it will address these failures? Will the department conduct a review of the Defense Health Agency's graduate medical education programs? What programs, policies, and procedures will the department and DoD review to ensure the victims of sexual assault or misconduct by physicians and other medical providers feel empowered to file complaints and that their complaint will be taken seriously? So good for them for asking some hard questions and getting involved and demanding that there is adequate support offered and adequate investigation done here. Patients.
Well, yeah. How did this happen it was known in Hawaii, and then he was transferred to Fort Hood, and that what information did not go along.
Right.
Like, what a bunch
Or
of
it
bullshit.
did. Or it did,
And they
and
just
no
didn't
one
care.
cared. Yeah.
No.
One of those two things has to be true. And then the last thing is people who work at that medical center at Fort Hood are saying that now there's these flyers posted all over the place about that you have the right to feel safe and comfortable, and you have the right to request a chaperone for any exam, and here's our chaperone policy. And so now they're like, see guys, we're good here.
Oh.
And good on them. Like do those things. But it always sucks that it takes something like this to happen before general policies are updated, enforced, you know, to keep patients safe, to keep women safe.
To keep women safe. Exactly.
Gross, awful. Yeah. Well, that's what we know. So I'll let you know. We'll keep an eye on this, and when official charges come forward, which it seems like they're forthcoming, happen, I'll let you know what those charges officially are and what else goes on with the movement forward of this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, Kristi, I'm going to kick the mic back over to you for Crimes Against the People.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. I know. Do we have to? Well, kind of. We do. Because a judge has ordered that as part of the Epstein file release, that also includes Ghislaine Maxwell's grand jury transcripts, which is big news. Grand jury transcripts don't get released very often. And I think this is really, really important for several reasons. We know that she's already been through a trial, and everything likely that was in those grand jury transcripts was presented at trial. And, you know, it's not like new information, except that was a federal trial. It was not publicly streamed. Lots of people didn't even know anything about what happened in that trial. I feel like this is, number one, a really great reason to not pardon her, because all of this will be out in the public domain and people will be reading it. But it further validates who Epstein was and the things that he did. It also shows what a sex offender Ghislaine Maxwell is. Mm-hmm. Maybe there will be some pressure to put her ass back in the actual prison that she should be in and be treated like a sex offender, as she is.
Yeah.
And I think it's further just validation of the entire situation.
Definitely.
Now, victims' names are going to be redacted, which of course they should be, but the grand jury testimony is all about the law enforcement testimony and like the forensics and like all of the stuff that they did to say, hey, here's all the evidence we have. We think we can convict her. That's how they decide whether or not to indict her.
Right.
And it's important evidence because it involves not just her, but it involves Epstein and some of the other folks that were involved as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see it. And I think that it further legitimizes this situation. I think it's very smart. It's a smart move to release all her shit too. And let's, fingers crossed, hope that means no pardon for this bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It will certainly validate that she deserves to be in prison.
Oh, definitely.
And the hideous shit that she has done and her involvement in all of this.
Absolutely.
And her close relationship with Epstein. Mm-hmm. And her facilitation of the abuse that happened to somewhere around 1,000 victims, if you'll recall. So I mean, we don't know a lot yet.
Alone is shocking because we really only have heard from a handful of victims that we know of, you know, that have chosen to be more public. But there's so many more.
There are. I mean, can you even imagine that there are 1,000? It's so many. Mm-hmm. It is So many. But it's more stuff rolling out, you know. I mean, it's going to take a long time for all of this to be evaluated and some, you know, condensed down in a way that's more easily understood, because it could be hundreds of thousands of pages of documents that will be released. But it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I hope it means that it comes at a time when it would look very bad for those documents to be released and then for her to be pardoned. So
yeah,
fingers crossed. So I thought that was good news. I think, you know, we're never going to get the whole story. We're never going to get all the names. We're never going to get all of it.
No,
but
definitely no.
The more we get, the more validity there is for the victims' claims, and for maybe people to wake the fuck up about who Epstein was and who he was affiliated with, and the horrendous shit that he was doing, and that he was doing with the side-by-side help of Ghislaine Maxwell.
Right. Yeah. I guarantee you people are not mad enough.
No, not at all.
Yep.
And some people, like, I've seen some weird, like, pity for her, that, like, well, the only person in prison for any of this is a woman. So she did all of her crimes.
Yeah.
I don't care what her gender is. She facilitated all of this sex trafficking. Like,
absolutely.
Come on.
And is a sex offender herself. I mean, part of what was brought forward about her is that she participated. She laid hands on these girls. She wasn't just making phone calls or writing checks. She was abusing children. Yeah.
She sure was.
Okay. Well,
so that should be interesting. It'll be a while, you know. The deadline's coming up, I think, on the 19th is when it all has to be released. There's no way in hell it's all going to be released by then. Well, because as we know, it is voluminous.
Yes. And there will be lots of fighting about even doing that. And, you know, this is going to bounce around for a while, but it's going to come forward. Yeah.
It's still definitely a move in the right direction.
Absolutely. Yep. All righty. Well, we'll watch for it and let you know. In the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. for case updates. We'll be back on Thursday at 3 p.m. for our last show of the week. And yeah, tomorrow night we'll bring a bloopers reel that will have you crying with laughter, I promise. And until then, take good care of yourselves. You deserve it. And please like, share, follow, and comment. That helps us a lot. And we appreciate you guys for being here. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody. Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.